Hello everyone, welcome to my visual demonstration for the system development lab, and today we are going to see the 10th exercise. In the previous exercise I explained about the front-end design for an e-commerce application system. This is interrelated with the concept that I'm going to explain, and that is the back-end design. Back-end design focuses on typing and developing program codes for doing the desired tasks. Now, in this exercise, I have limited my backend design to connecting my front end to a database, and the database has some data in it, and all I'm going to do is retrieve some data and also insert some records into the table, that is inserting the data, and likewise, doing the desired task. Provided also, before doing all that, I have created a login web page wherein I have to simultaneously, before using the shopping service, I need to log in order to access that. Otherwise, I won't be able to access it if it's invalid credentials that if it's that I've typed in to sign in. So, so all these, any desired task or any feature that you want to invent in one software application can be done by the control flow and typing your own computer code, the program code in the back end, and making it work, solve the desired task. And while typing the code, you can make use of ready-made functions, what we nowadays call as the APIs. And these APIs readily do the work for you, and it saves time for development, but the challenge is into making the efficient code for doing the desired task, because when it comes to efficiency, people are in the habit of computing the time complexity as to how fast this software takes time to solve the problem as such. So now we move on with the illustration. So the like I told you in the previous exercise, the front end that I've used there, the tool I've used there was NetBeans IDE. We are using the same tool as well in the backend design, along with the databases. First, I have to install Oracle 11g. Next, I have to install Oracle Express Edition, and also I need to install SQL Developer. So having done all that, I have to include an OJDBC 7.jar file to facilitate the the database operation that is being underwent while running the application. And also, as obvious that it may seem, you have to also include the Java codes, the Java program codes in each of the modules that you're going to work on, for accomplishing the task. So the first scenario is to, I've mentioned the code here, that is for the login web page, and the login web page also uses a database. So I have included the code for database connectivity, that is a separate Java file. And the previous one that you saw here is the operation being performed in action when we are signing in to the we are just logging in with our credentials and then making use of the service, such as the shopping. Now, after this, the second scenario is we are playing with the database. I, being a customer, I am retrieving the data, and that means the records, and I, being the admin, if I were an admin, I would even insert some data values or one single record into the database. So I'll just write this as, it's not J but into my insert. Alright, I forgot to edit that, it is actually insert. And the database in the backend, that is the database part, looks like this. I created a database. I created one table, products. So with the 3 columns, the same the table that you will see, that you have seen in the previous exercise, and you're about to see now in action when I'm going to execute this application. So let's see the demo. I have the NetBeans IDE open over here for now, and I'm going to run this project. So I'm going to execute this. It's running, it started running, it's loading, we need to wait. Alright, so my project is up and running. I'm going to enter some wrong credentials and check for connectivity. Okay, it showed a message invalid. So I have to enter it again. So it's a password that I entered. Okay, it's a success now. That means it checked in the database and I'm cleared to go inside. So this is in the next window that comes up when I'm clicking on the message dialog box from the button OK. So here I am going to retrieve the data, and here it is. I have retrieved the same value that you saw in the database. Now, I am also going to simulate the insertion of the data. So I'm going to insert Oppo. It's a mobile phone company. Oppo A37, that's my mobile phone model number, and I bought it for 8,000 rupees. So I'm gonna insert that record. So okay, I don't have a feedback for I forgot to include the feedback for insertion. So you can modify that. So from this I came to know that having tested this application, I came to know that the data is inserted in my record. One record is inserted into the table. So let's check it out, shall we? I'm going to press on retrieve again. So ignore this. This is just a blank record. By mistake, I'm finding some difficulty deleting it because it's a null record. So I don't know I didn't find time to delete that. When I'm clicking on retrieve again, the same process is repeated. And here is my inserted value. So here it is. So the insert works. That's what I happen to observe. More and more modifications can be done on this application. The final being update and delete. Since this is hooked up with the Oracle database, I think the code needs a little more revision for logic, because I've been trying the update and delete operations. I'm getting an error. So this is the maximum that I could just come up to. So this is my backend design, and I have shown you combining both front end and backend by executing the application. And now that you have seen it, this is how this is my prototype, and this is how your system that you have built works. So that's all about front end and back end design. More importantly, that's all for back end, and thank you for watching this video. Thank you once again. Bye bye.